Step into my story. I've never believed in ghosts or monsters, but sometimes reality is stranger and far scarier than fiction. This is my story of the night I wish I could forget. It started with a text from my cousin, Liam. He had inherited a remote cabin deep in the woods after our uncle passed away. Liam had always been a thrill seeker, and he decided to spend a weekend there despite the rumors surrounding the place. "Come hang," he texted. "Place is creepy as hell, but you'll love it." I wasn't one to back down from a challenge, so I agreed to join him. The drive to the cabin was longer than I expected. The main roads were fine, but the last stretch was a winding dirt trail through thick forest, with no cell service and barely enough room for one car. By the time I arrived, it was dusk, and the woods were unnervingly quiet. The cabin itself was straight out of a horror movie. Old, weathered wood, a sagging porch, and windows that looked like dark, empty eyes. Liam greeted me at the door with his usual cocky grin, but even he seemed a bit on edge. "Glad you made it," he said, pulling me inside. "You're not going to believe what I found in the basement." The cabin was cold, and the air had a faint metallic tang. Liam led me downstairs to the basement, where a small room was hidden behind a false wall. Inside was a table covered in strange symbols, a rusted knife, and jars filled with murky liquid. The symbols on the walls looked ancient, like something out of a history book, and the knife's blade was blackened, as if burned. "This is what I texted you about," Liam said. "Looks like Uncle Brian was into some seriously weird stuff." We laughed it off, deciding it was probably just our uncle's eccentric side showing. But something about the room didn't sit right with me. The air felt heavier, and my gut told me we shouldn't mess with anything inside. That night, as the wind howled outside, we settled into the living room. The old fireplace crackled, and we tried to shake off the unease by talking about normal things: work, family, plans for the summer. But as the hours passed, strange things began to happen. At first, it was small, the faint sound of footsteps upstairs, though we were the only ones in the cabin, the lights flickering even though the generator was running fine. Then, around midnight, we heard it, a low, guttural growl coming from the basement. "Probably just an animal," Liam said, though his voice wavered. "An animal doesn't growl like that," I replied, my heart pounding. We grabbed a flashlight and decided to check it out. The basement was colder than before, and the strange room felt even more oppressive. But nothing was there. No signs of an animal or anything that could explain the noise. As we turned to leave, the basement door slammed shut above us. The flashlight flickered, and for a moment I thought I saw something tall and hunched with hollow eyes, standing in the corner of the room. I froze, unable to speak, but Liam saw it too. "What the hell is that?" he whispered. Before I could answer, the thing moved. It darted toward us with unnatural speed, and we bolted upstairs, slamming the basement door shut behind us. We didn't sleep that night. Every few minutes, we heard scratching at the door, the growling growing louder. At one point, I peeked through the window and saw something moving outside. A dark figure circling the cabin, its eyes glowing faintly in the moonlight. At dawn, the noises stopped, but we weren't taking any chances. We packed our things and ran to my car. As I started the engine, Liam glanced back at the cabin. "Wait," he said, his voice trembling. "The symbols on the table, they weren't there when I first found the room." "What are you saying?" I asked, gripping the steering wheel. "They appeared after I touched the knife." My stomach dropped. "What did you do, Liam?" He didn't answer, We drove away as fast as the dirt road allowed, but even as we left the woods behind, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being followed. The growling echoed in my mind, and every shadow on the road seemed to shift and writhe. Liam refused to talk about what happened after that night, and I haven't seen him since. He stopped returning my calls, and when I went to the cabin weeks later, it was empty. The false wall was gone, the basement clean, as if nothing had ever been there. But I know what I saw, and sometimes when I'm alone at night, I hear it, the growl, low and guttural, coming from the darkness outside my window.